Dropped down hard in a shell-shot pit, mud and blood up to my knees. Smoke blowing sideways, sky burned black, no wind, no God, no breeze. Bodies floating like forgotten names, still warm in my hand. They call this hole the mouth of hell. I called it where I stand. I could've cried like a good lost son, begging heaven for a rope. But my laugh came out like a razor blade, cut clean through their hope. Hell yes, lay down, boy, you ain't that strong. I spit red, said I write my fate, you just hum along. My heart left in a pit of blood, boots standing firm in the red blood. Didn't get saved, I just did both. Stare the fire in the teeth like, what you gonna do now? If hell wants fear, it won't find mine. I got steel in my grin and gas in my spine. Hell didn't scare me, it just learned my song. Sang it back in thunder while I bled all night long. Later on by a busted truck, like rain trying hard to wash it clean. Blood still crusted on my collarbone, war paint black and mean. Preacher found me smoking on the roadside ditch, said son, you should be dead. I said I was down in that hole, I killed the fear instead. My wild-eyed girl with the barbed wire laugh traced the cuts along my throat. Said you sound like hell when you talk like that. I grinned, hell steals my notes. She asked, you sure you ain't too far gone for grace? I said if grace shows up, it can meet me face to face. My heart left in a pit of blood, didn't drown once in that devil's flood. I ain't clean, but I ain't old. Turn that fire into my microphone. If the good folks pray till their voices fade, I'll stand where the worst of my dead got paid. Hell didn't scare me, it learned my song. Now it hums my name when the nights get long. I won't be crowned, but I won't belong to any fear that can't sing along. Yeah, I fell in the pit where the damn soul's thrown. And I laughed so loud, hell learned my song. And I laughed so loud, hell learned my song. And I laughed so loud, hell learned my midnight dirt lot on the edge of town, cheap bonfire burning low. Boots in a circle, smoke in their teeth, eyes hard in the orange glow. They shoved him down by the rusted drum, said, boy, your shine is done. Threw dry sand over his jacket flame like they're snuffing out the sun. Last cigarette fell from his mouth, hissed once then disappeared. They walked off laughing through the bigger lights, thinking they killed what they feared. But under that blanket of dirt and dust, a little red ember stayed like a heartbeat buried in gasoline, humming, you should have been afraid. They buried his fire, but forgot he breathed sparks. Heat in his lungs, glow in his darkness. They stomped on the coals, said we shut him down, but the flame kept singing underneath the ground. When the night wind rose, that ash turned strong. Little red tearing up their hole. Ash left up in a black winged swirl, cinders dancing in the rain. Smoke drew lines across the empty sky, spelling out his name. He stood up slowly from the busted ground, cold gone but his eyes still bright. Looked like a ghost that refused the grave, walking back into the night. Preacher at the window clutched his cross, saying, Lord, what have we done? He just smirked at the chapel glass. You can't drown a man made of sun. They buried his fire, but forgot he breathed sparks. Turned his ashes into teeth in the dark. You can shuffle on sand, you can curse his name, but a real blaze lies past the smoke and shame. When the wind comes hunting for a soul that won't bend, it finds men like him and lights them up again. They buried his fire, tried to finish his part, but he rewrote the night with the heat in his heart. Now every time that storm kicks dust across that town, you see a red glow walking where they tried to put him down. They buried his fire, thought they strangled his song, but the flame that shined when it was smothered is the one that burns all night long. They buried his fire, 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 was quiet after midnight, all the prayers had bled out thin. Fluorescent buzz in a busted lung, dry whiskey on your skin. Ribs all bruised like broken rails, breath cut short and slow. Doc walked out, said he'll live, maybe like he didn't want to know. You pulled that knife from your muddy boot, still cold on your chest. Found that rib that hurt the most and said, let's write what's left. You told the dark, no pen, no book, just marrow, blood, and bone. Every scratch you drew in pain said, I ain't dying unknown. You carved your truth and the bone became scripture. Line by line in a red shot picture. No choir, no crown, just a rusted blade. Every cut you drew was a vow you made. You don't exist 'cause they remember your name. You exist 'cause you stood there and swallowed the flame. You carved your truth where the hurt cuts deeper. In the cage of your ribs you became your own preacher. Morning crept in like a guilty priest, pale light through a filthy pain. Bandage stuck to your crooked side, but your eyes looked past the pain. Preacher came by with a pocket cross, said, son, you've gone too far. You laughed, Padre, I just signed my soul where the real scars are. Later that night by a motel mirror, shirt off, stitches tight. You traced those letters on your ribs and grinned, yeah, that feels right. A voice inside said you're down for good, like a verdict in the dark. You answered back, if I'm damned, at least I signed it with my mark. You carved your truth and the bone became scripture. Holy in its hurt, wrong in its picture. Didn't need no saint to write your name. You etched it in the ribs that carried your shame. If redemption's just the guts to bleed and still stand tall. busted up rib, and the bone became scripture. I was standing in a valley with no moon, no star, just thick black hair. Dust on my boots, hand on my gun, no God, no sinner there. Night crawled up like smoke in my lungs, whispering, boy, lay down. But my chest kept hitting like a hammer on steel, slow, mean, deep sound. Every beat was a knock on a rusted door saying you don't own me yet. I grinned into the bottomless dock, you want me gone, come place your bet. I said you ain't a god, you're just a room with no light. It growled back, I'll swallow you whole. I said hear my heart first, then bite. Every heartbeat hit like a hammer on stone, till the dark cracked open and let me alone. I didn't chase the light, I just refused to fall apart. Kept swinging that drum in the cage of my heart. If the night's a beast that feeds on men who bow and close their eyes, and I'm the outlaw in its throat, begging all its hunger die. I didn't chase the light, didn't beg for some defender. I beat my chest so loud, ooh, the dark had to surrender. Later on by a dry creek bed, sky still black as a burned out coal. I cut my chest with a pocket knife, watched red crawl out slow. Held that cross on a leather chain, pressed it hard into the wound. Said here's every wrong I ever did, if you want me, make some room. Wind backed off like it felt that heat, like it hurt my heart before. Each stud in my ribs shook the dust up off that valley floor. A voice inside said you're too far gone, boy, hell's your only friend. I laughed, then hell can watch me stand while his kingdom starts to bend. Every heartbeat hit like a hammer on stone, turn that valley or nothing to a cracked black throne. I didn't chase the light, I just let my pulse get louder. Every thud another round of outlaw power. If the dark's a crown sitting on the weak and blind and tired, then I'm the one red-headed, walking straight through its empire. I didn't chase the light, didn't wait for some defender. I stood my ground and swung till the dark had to surrender. When night drops down and the brave boys lose their nerve, I walk that hollow slow, let my heartbeat curve. I don't shine like a saint, but I hear like a heart made harder by the hurt.